Hey everyone, today is the day to finally review the Revlon Nearly Naked foundation as well as the pressed powder. When I first heard about this product, obviously I wanted to try it because if you've seen videos in my past, I love Revlon's foundations, especially their Color Stay foundation, so I wanted to kind of give this a different try. But the basis of this particular line of foundation is to give you that natural or naked type of look, really just to kind of like, it lets your skin kind of shine through a little bit, but also, you know, you feel that you have makeup on, so it kind of has both the best of both worlds. You're gonna get fairly, I would say, more medium coverage than anything. So obviously if you're covering up imperfections and stuff, you still want to use your concealers and things of that nature. I ended up running into CVS and actually found my color. So this is in, I believe it's Chestnut number 280. And so when you look at these all together, Chestnut's in the middle here, so it's just the right color that I needed and probably would have gained if I mixed those two foundations. So I was super excited about that. And also I found the pressed powder that I wanted in deep. So this one here, obviously it's a little warm. All of the pressed powders that I saw for women of color were a little bit on the warmer side, but this one, since I've worked with it, it really, you can start off with a little bit of product on your brush and then work it up if you need it to be a little bit darker. But even then, I could also mix these two colors if need be to kind of create the pressed powder that I wanted. But so far, no drama. So anyways, let's get into the foundation. So I have the foundation on today. And like I said, it's going to give you, depending on how much you put on, light to medium coverage. You can build it up to a little bit more of a fuller coverage foundation, which I kind of did a little bit today. But the foundation goes on really good, really smooth. As far as the application methods, the ones that well, let me back up. The way that I usually apply foundation, obviously, is with my beauty blender. Excuse it, it is dirty. But when I applied this foundation the first time with the beauty blender, I didn't like how it looked. I like more of a matte finish, and usually with the beauty blender you're going to get more of a sheen finish type of you know, foundation look. Obviously you can kind of build up the powder to kind of more mattify it, if that's the word, mattify? I think it's a word. Anyways, so I did not like it with the beauty blender, but other Revlon foundations, I love the beauty blender. This is not knocking the beauty blender at all. This is probably my preferred foundation application out of any other brush, anything that I ever use. But with this particular foundation, I didn't like the finish that I was getting. So I opted for, and excuse my dirty brush, is the Duo Fibre brush. And this is the one where you stipple the product and then obviously blend it out. I think it gives better coverage that way for me. And also it's just easier in my opinion, and also it seems to mattify the foundation a little bit, even though the foundation itself gives sort of a sheen finish, if that makes sense. So I really love this particular application method in comparison to the beauty blender, but I love the beauty blender as well. So the foundation seems to last a while. If you, obviously, depending on what method you want to apply, it's best to obviously set your foundation with the setting powder. So this is a particular setting powder that I have on my face right now, and this is in the color Deep, or 050. And I like to apply all of my face powders with just a large fluff brush or powder brush. This is my F20 from Sigma. But I absolutely love this particular powder. It is, from a drugstore standpoint, very finely milled. It is very light, goes on like, I mean, it's probably one of the better powders that I found as far as drugstore. Like I said, with this particular powder, you can start with just like, you know, dipping your brush in once, you know, and you can build up if you need it to be darker. But I absolutely love this particular product. So far, if I had to rate this foundation, which I've been wearing maybe about, I'd say maybe about 2 weeks or so, I give it out of 10, like a 7.5. Like I said, if you're kind of just, it's a really good foundation if you're just like on the go. You're not getting all dolled up, you're just going out, but you want some coverage to your face. This is a really good foundation. If you want something that's a little bit more lasting power, probably not your foundation. What I definitely would suggest with this particular foundation is using some sort of setting spray, especially if you're going to be wearing it like for a very, very long time. Also, another things that I would do is actually keep the setting powder like with you in a compact or something like that. Touch up areas, especially in your T-zone areas, because if you're oily, you want to definitely touch those up, because the foundation is, you know, not thin, but it is a light medium coverage, so you do want to touch those particular areas up. But other than that, I love this foundation, and yeah, if you guys want to see how I applied it, stay tuned. Number 280 in Chestnut. And what I'm going to be applying it with is just one of those dual fiber brushes. So I'm just going to kind of pick up some of the product here. And we're just going to kind of just start stippling it on her skin. And then blending it out. Powder, and I'm using it in the color Deep. The powder looks like this, comes in a packaging like this, really sleek. And all I'm going to do is be applying that with a large fluff brush or powder brush. This is my F20 from Sigma. So I'm just going to pick up some product on the brush here, just kind of set that foundation.